There's a moment where power quietly leaks out of your life, and it's a moment most of us dads don't really want to notice when it happens. It's subtle, automatic. It's the moment you blame. You blame your partner for how you feel, your kids for your stress, your boss, the system, your upbringing, or the timing of your life. Here's the part that's hard to hear, but once you hear it, it's freeing. The moment you blame is the exact moment your awareness collapses. Your story might be accurate, your evidence might be solid, but blame still cuts you your power. Because as long as something out there is responsible for how you feel in here, you're not actually in charge of your own state. Most dads don't even want control, they want sovereignty. But what if the thing that you believe is protecting you, blame, is quietly keeping you stuck? If you're running on autopilot, here's something most men weren't taught about that. Until you become aware of your patterns, you don't really have free will. You have reactions, habits, conditionings, responses. It's the same tone, the same arguments, the same internal monologue. It feels like choice, but it's actually programming. Blame is one of the strongest programs that we have in humanity. It convinces everybody, if I can just explain myself, or if they just understand, or if this situation would change, if those people over there wouldn't, then I'd finally feel settled. But that belief hands your power right over to something else that's outside of you. And if your reactions are running on autopilot, how do you even know? But the reason blame feels so right, but still costs you, is it feels justified, it feels logical, and that's what makes it completely fucking dangerous, because our nervous system, who reads blame as if we're under threat. But when our body stiffens, we go into a lower awareness, self-defensive, reactive, contracted, contradictive. It's us versus them. The moment life feels competing, you know you've slipped into survival mode. Not because you're weak, brother, but because you're human. What does your body do the instant you decide someone else is the problem? It's the opposite of control. It's a trap. There's no version that shows up for us dads. The anti-control stance. I will not be controlled. I won't let anyone tell me what to do. It feels empowering, I guess, but it's a paradox. If your life is organized around not being controlled, control's actually running the show. Your nervous system is still scanning constantly. You're stiff and bracing, and whatever you organize, your attention grows around that. And why fighting control often is so exhausting is because it's being controlling. What if true freedom doesn't come from fighting control, but from stepping out of the fight entirely? When people stop being human is where blame goes even deeper. Dehumanization. The moment someone becomes a they instead of a person, our heart stops, our learning stops, our connection stops. You stop seeing humans' nervous systems shaped by pain, fear, conditioning, and you start seeing a symbol of some sort, an enemy, an obstacle. And that separation, it hurts you first, man. Compassion disappears, curiosity disappears. Without those, growth completely fucking freezes. What changes when you remember that every reaction you're facing came from someone else's hurt? What happens? Responsibility without self-attack. This isn't about tolerating other people's lousy behavior. You can have boundaries, preferences, standards, set them. What you don't need is collapse. You can say, I don't agree with this, without abandoning yourself. When you stop blaming something, powerful things happen. You regain the ability to choose how you show up. And that is true sovereignty. What if responsibility isn't about fault, but about freedom? You know the saying, hurt people hurt people. It's a truth that changes everything once you really feel it. Hurt people hurt people. Not because they're evil, because we're wounded. Think of an injured animal. It lashes out because it's scared. You ever had one in a trap? Doesn't mean you let yourself get hurt. It means you understand what you're actually dealing with. And understanding needs clarity and dissolves fear. What if looks like an attack is actually a signal of pain, whether it's from you or someone else? Blame is a signal, and we can practice catching those signals just like a check engine light. The moment it shows up, pause. Don't speak. Don't act. Just breathe. What story am I about to believe? That pause restores choice. The choice is power. How many moments could you reclaim in your life just by pausing before you reacted? Power comes back to us quietly. Blame has this promise of relief, but awareness, that's what delivers freedom. The moment you stop blaming, your power comes home to you. Not dramatically, just quietly. Your world, your relationships, your energy, your leadership begins to rearrange around that shift. You don't need to fix the world. You need to stop giving the world your power. Take a breath, because what change might come the next time blame shows up, and you treat it as a signal instead of the truth. Sending you my love, brother. Mark D out.